when publicity is easy peasy. I did an interview yesterday with the wonderful Leslie Nottam in the UK last night. It was a little webinar interview, and I shared some tips and tips of the trade basically about how business owners can start to generate their own publicity. It was a really great interview, very, very engaging, lighthearted conversation. And the really cool thing was, well, Leslie's in the UK, so I went to bed, got up this morning, and then had a message there from Leslie on Facebook Messenger that she was so inspired after our chat that she sent out 4 or 5 media releases yesterday and had already heard back and has secured her first magazine. Hey Vicky, how are you? Has secured her first magazine interview. Da-da-da-da! It's that easy. It's that easy, people. Vicky, I know that you were interviewed on RTR FM, was that, this week with the wonderful Jane. I bet that went wonderful because Jane is absolutely gorgeous and just so easy to talk to. Maybe you could tell us, Vicky, how you went about securing that interview. You could just pop that in the comments and I'd be really happy to share that with people. I also wanted to share a story about Jamie Jones, who is one of my clients that I've worked with. Beautiful. I have been sharing some of his stories of success on my Facebook pages. He has a business called The Kids Coach, really cool app, and he gets up there and does exercise, and the kids get engaged from their device. Amy Rose, how are you, gorgeous? Thanks for tuning in. Yes, Jane is amazing. Vicky, please write how that media interview came about, because I'd love to share that with people that are tuning in. Where was I? Oh yes, Jamie. And so Jamie has done quite a run of radio interviews over the last few weeks and has racked up 10 media interviews now, which is fantastic. That's some really great traction, because the more people that see him and hear him in the media, the more likely they are to go and to purchase his... Hi Iris, sorry, I just got to move this message. Hey Iris. The more likely people are to buy his product and search for him on iTunes, I think it is. It's a great app for getting kids fit and active and up and moving. Rocky, how are you, bro? Thanks for tuning in from Melbourne. And so Jamie Jones, I was listening to his interview. It was Darwin FM yesterday. Hey Nat, how are you, beautiful? Tuned in to the interview, and it was brilliant. I was just so excited and proud of the way that Jamie was introduced. And it was, we're now talking to Jamie Jones, kids expert in fitness and health, or expert in kids fitness and health. There you go. The media already labeling Jamie as an expert, which is fantastic. He can then start to use that, and it's brilliant. So he's positioned himself and now he's been labeled as an expert. But please, if you don't feel comfortable with using the term expert yet, you don't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to. You don't have to be an expert, because I know that's one of the fears. I was having a bit of a chat with a wonderful woman I met today, Steph, and she was saying, but if you're not an expert, the media don't want to talk to you, or do they want to talk to you? Oh, thanks, Amy Rose. Very kind of you. And you don't have to be that expert. The media interviews will start to place you as an expert. Remember, it's all about you sharing your value, your stories, what you're doing, and just putting yourself out there. And when you start to do that, then the expert status will come, and it doesn't take long. Look at Jamie, 10 interviews, and he's already been labelled as an expert. And if you start to use the term expert in your bio, in the media releases that you send off to the media, then that just comes really easy. If you've got any questions, please shoot them up while I am here. Amy Rose, did you have a good catch up with Tom last week? I hope you did. I know you would have. He's amazing, as are you. So it's so easy. So we've had a media win with Leslie last night, overnight. Absolutely crazy. I think that's probably one of the quickest media wins that I have seen. So quick. And then we have Jamie Jones being labelled as an expert. And then Sophie Henshaw was on my group today, and she's just had, some incredible media results as well, with a blog that she has written. And Nat has asked, what are some alternative words to expert? That's a great question, Nat. I wish I had my thesaurus in front of me. You could maybe use guru, or you might say that you're passionate about a particular area, that you have an extensive knowledge base, skill. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Iris. And say hi to Samuth. I hope he's tuning in. Yeah, you can have, gosh, you could say, you know, has extensive background in education, has this certain set of skills, has been in this industry for X amount of years. You do not have to use the word expert. Don't think for a moment that you have to. A lot of the media releases that I write for clients that are just starting to get into the media, I don't use the term expert, but when the media start to label you as the expert is absolutely super cool. I've just missed your message there. Vicky, can you just copy and paste what you put in there for me to see again, because it's just come off my screen so I can't see it. I probably should have my laptop up while I'm doing this. Iris, can I ask you while you're there, are you feeling more confident about getting into the media? From hearing these stories and tuning into my lives, are you starting to feel a little bit more confident and a bit more courageous about thinking, yes, I can step into this? Because you've got a beautiful niche in terms of what you're doing with your floristry and teaching people. There's quite a few media angles that you can use there. So love to talk to you about it. If you've got any questions, or Samuth has, pop them up. So Vicky says, my business is changing its name. I'm using the term consultant. Okay. Professional, specialist. Yeah, absolutely. So you can use consultant instead of expert. Professional, specialist. I love that, Iris. Iris, specialist is great, because using the term specialist highlights that you're in a niche, and that you don't have to say that you're an expert. Yeah, Nat, specialist sounds good. Thank you for putting that out there, Vicky. That is awesome. Vicky, I still need to see your comments, because I've lost that on how you got onto RTR FM. And quite often, it's just a matter of what I was saying in the webinar yesterday that I was doing with Leslie, is that, you know, it's great to listen to ABC radio. Education specialist, yep, spot on. Coach is my favourite word. Yep, coach. I do quite a bit of coaching in what I do, but I don't have a coaching qualification. No worries, Vicky. So I say mentor, because as a mentor, I can help guide and support other business owners, but I don't have a coaching qualification as such. I do have a degree in teaching. But for me, you know, if you're a coach and you're a qualified coach, use that. If you're not a qualified coach, maybe step away from it, because it does also conjure up a whole lot of preconceived ideas that go with it. So I use mentor for myself, but absolutely, you know, coach. Amy Rose, you could absolutely say that you're a coach in the crypto world. Crypto coach, quickly becoming a crypto guru. You could position yourself as an expert quite easily, Amy Rose, quite easily. So what I was saying before about ABC radio, really great to talk to in terms of keeping your ear to the ground, listening. Thanks, Amy Rose. Listening to ABC radio in terms of what they're what they're talking about. And when they have talkback, if it's relevant to you, that was how I got my first radio interview, was listening to talkback. Someone said, hey, Nick, they're talking about FIFO. They want to talk to FIFO wives and partners. So I rang up and was on talkback radio. Forgot to mention the business name. So then I rang up the ABC reception and said, oh, can I just grab the producer's email, because I wanted to send her an email about, I was just on talkback, and sent through an email and said, I've got this new organisation called FIFO Families. I didn't use the word business because ABC is very much non-commercial. So I used the word organisation. And that led to over 100 ABC radio interviews across the country in pretty much every state and territory bar ACT. So it's that easy. It's really that easy. But you've got to keep your ear to the ground. And you'll always hear me say, keep your ear to the ground, because you will miss opportunities and you'll miss what's happening if you don't keep your ear to the ground. All right, Vicky, have we got there how you got onto RTR FM? Any other questions? Iris, did you answer me? Are you feeling confident? Because I didn't see that come up. I hope you are. I hope you are. Amy Rose, have you got any more media leads that have come through with the work you're doing with Abby? Because they're out there. They're absolutely out there. So exciting. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I don't want to leave people hanging too long because I know it's not great to do long Facebook Lives. Okay, well, Vicky, I'll have to go back and have a look at your comment as to how you got onto RTR FM. Yes, Iris. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. I met Jane from RTR as a networking event. She asked me to come in and talk about my business, Lauren Kate, that I was establishing earlier in the year. Okay. And then you launched your medical swap. I can't see the rest of the message on my screen. Beautiful. So, excellent. So when you are out networking, if the media are there, it's really great just to introduce yourself. Remember, like I said yesterday, they are humans at the end of the day, and they're always looking for content. I know Jane is always looking for content for her business talks, little edition that she produces for RTR FM, which is a local community radio station here in Perth. And I've been on there a couple of times and got a great business lead from there as well. So it works. So Lauren Kate, are you changing your name? Well, I'd love to know what you're changing your business name to. Are you changing it to Vicky White? I'd love to know. So it's that easy, reaching out. As I said yesterday, I spoke to a journalist 2 days ago. I replied to a media lead that I came across online. And the journo rang me and she said my quote was going to go in the Offspring magazine, parenting magazine, so not about my business but about my kids. And I just said, oh, by the way, Brooke, I'm dealing with a lot of business owners, and if you need any stories. And she was like, yes, I do. I specialise in home living. I do the Habitat magazine for the West Australian. Hey, Leslie, how's business going? How's it going? And she writes about fashion and parenting. And, oh, okay, you'll launch the change next week. No worries, Vicky. And lost my train of thought there. It's gone. Oh, yes, parenting, fashion, home, and fitness as well. So she said anybody that you're talking to in that fits those particular niches, please let me know. And of course I do. A lot of my clients are in these areas. So it was just a matter of me saying to her, hey, this is what I'm doing. Thought you might be interested. Yes, she is. So now we've got a bit of a relationship where we can help each other out. And just remember, the media are always looking for stories, even yours, Leslie, because you've taken over a small business in Beaconsfield. That'd be great for would that be the Fremantle Herald? Because it's a well-established business if you haven't already done that. All right. I've got some work to do. It's 2:00. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you think this is going to be of value to somebody else, please feel free to share it. If you wanted to have more of a one-on-one with me so I can delve into your business and really highlight where the media opportunities are for you, please PM me or comment. I might even just post up my booking link so you can book a time with me. I'm pretty packed out all of next week, but after that you can absolutely slot in a 30-minute chat, because my brain works at 1,000,000 miles an hour when I sit down with a business owner, because the media opportunities are so very, very clear for me to see instantly. I can see where they are and what you should be doing to get yourself out there, to get publicity, to grow your business, to get new customers, to get new leads, and to start having that money rolling into your bank account, and also to increase your credibility and your profile so you can be seen and heard by those who need to hear you most. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, Vicky, I look forward to that message. I'll send you my booking link. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Much love. Hope you're feeling the energy. Oh, Brian, I'm just about to sign off. Beautiful man, beautiful man. I'm just about to sign off, but it's so nice to have you on. 2:00. I know, Wayne. Hello, Wayne. 2:00. It's crazy. I've got to get out another proposal and some media releases for a client. So I've really got to get my butt off this and into gear and step back into the media world. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Iris. Iris, I can feel that we have a little conversation coming up soon, because you've got to get yourself out there, girlfriend. You've got a beautiful business. And Samuth as well. You guys together rocking this world. All right. Much love, much love. Thank you for tuning in. It's bye from me. Pleasure, Vicky. Bye-bye.